Sergey Kovalev stops Jean Pascal in the 8th round. The first couple rounds were kind of cagey, and Pascal was actually doing okay with his head movement, making Sergey Kovalev miss quite a bit. But then Kovalev had his breakthrough moment in the 4th round, where he managed to catch Pascal with a series of shots and hurt him badly, and Pascal ended up taking a count for the first time in his career. The guy was seriously hurt, but he somehow survived that, came out for the 5th, and he was out on his feet pretty much for the whole round in the 5th. But again, he managed to survive it. And after that, he actually started landing some decent shots against Sergey Kovalev. And Kovalev's face was marked up a little bit on the right side from some right hands that Pascal was throwing. One thing I noticed is that Pascal kept constantly slipping on the canvas. There was a bit of advertising on the canvas, which was very slippy, and it seemed to be affecting Pascal more so than Kovalev, although Kovalev did also slip on it later on in the fight. But Pascal definitely couldn't get his grip. And as the fight went on, Pascal was having fleeting moments of success, but whenever Kovalev managed to catch him, he was hurting him. And then in the 8th round, he broke through again with more shots, and Pascal was just completely finished. He was out on his feet. Kovalev slipped on the canvas just before the stoppage, went down, and as he got up and the referee was wiping his gloves and all that, Pascal was trying to go to a neutral corner, and he was wobbling all over the place like a drunk. He was completely gone. And when the action resumed, he went back in, cracked Pascal with the next couple shots, and the referee waved it off, as he had to. Pascal didn't like the stoppage. Some people might not like the stoppage. I thought the stoppage was perfect. You know, Pascal could have got seriously hurt in there, and I don't have any problem with the stoppage at all. I think the referee did a good job on this occasion. So overall, I thought it was a good performance by Sergey Kovalev. I was impressed. Even though he got caught with shots here and there, at the end of the day, he's a puncher. He's coming forward. He's looking for the knockout. And with an unorthodox guy like Pascal, who throws shots at strange angles and at strange times, you're going to get caught here and there if you're coming forward looking for the KO. But I liked Kovalev's straighter shots. I liked his jab. That was one of the keys in the fight. And Pascal really showed his limitations. I mean, he's always been a limited fighter, but he showed his limitations in this fight. He was throwing wide looping shots instead of straight shots. He was falling off balance all the time, but as I mentioned, some of that was to do with the slippery canvas or his ineffective grip on his boots. But he was falling off balance all the time. There was no real jab from Pascal, but what was good, as I say, was the head movement, especially early on, was making it a bit difficult, making it a bit awkward for Kovalev to land, and the unorthodox angles that he was coming in at, and he was able to surprise Kovalev here and there with shots. So, you know, Pascal put up good resistance. He's got a very good chin. Most guys would have been laid out cold from the shots that Kovalev hit Pascal with. Pascal's got a very good chin, but he's never been in there with a puncher like Kovalev, evidently. You know, he took Carl Froch's best shots for 12 rounds, but Froch can't hit like Kovalev. I mean, very few people can hit like Kovalev, let's be real. So I thought it was a good performance, and hopefully now we'll see Kovalev fight the unification with Adonis Stevenson. He's got an IBF mandatory, which he has to fight next against Mohammedi, which should be a routine fight. Mohammedi lost to Nathan Cleverly. He was also knocked out by Dmitry Sokotsky. And if you remember, Dmitry Sokotsky is the guy who Adonis Stevenson just knocked out in 5 rounds, okay? So that's who Mohammedi is. Kovalev should be able to deal with him pretty easily, all right? So hopefully we're going to get to see the Stevenson unification later on this year, because the WBC, whose belt Stevenson holds, have mandated Stevenson, have ordered Stevenson to fight that unification. So as I say, Kovalev has got to fight his mandatory for the IBF. Then we can hopefully have this unification with Stevenson towards the end of the year, maybe. All right. So drop your comments below. Let me know how you felt about this performance from Sergey Kovalev. Were you as impressed as me, or were you maybe not as impressed and felt like he shouldn't have got hit with as many shots? Drop your comments below. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.